when you get that way? Really?
Fuck. That guy went last year. That's how we opened up for us, but no.
I know they don't want it, but usually it's just one of the ladies compared to.
We went and asked the kid up front. I said, no, I won't open up for you. So, there's nobody else with it. It's the only.
Out of my 9 years here, $10/26/2025. It's CCHA versus
Rosemount, the Irish, at Victoria Ice Arena. Over to Nutter. Nutter comes in. Tipped by Kleva. Rosemount picks it up. Good body contact there by Kleva. So be aware we got about 4 Avons out there. Not all the jerseys came in. That's a CCHA thing. As they come in, pushed into the zone by to break. No. Yes. No. I got to figure out who's who now. Little change in numbers here and there. All right, now we have to break out there. Zeltinger gets it. I believe that's Dreyer. Kicks it up out of the zone, controlled by Rosemount, hits the wing, center ice, picked up, back to the D by Rotunda. Van gets it, he's ridden off. Dreyer's there. Zeltinger gets it to the wing, to the Van. Olin takes a shot, stick checked into the board by the goaltender, comes out. Rosemount plays it along the boards. Rotunda's there, he gets slammed into the boards. And Rosemount comes back and dumps it in deep. Picked up by Tabrake. Oh, he overskates it, hops the stick, but it's going to be picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe dumps it up the board, played back deep by Rosemount, knocked by the referee. Puck's loose out front. Nice save by Webstead. He was ready for that. Shot, tips. Rosemount has it in the corner. Tabrake has it, tries to get it up off the skate. Rotunda's going to pick it up around the net. He's going to get it to the wing. I believe that's Blake Van. Blake Van gets it out into the neutral zone and goes for a switch. Rosemount has it. Miscommunication by them. Lindell's there. Nichols has it. Nichols is going to pick it up in the corner. Spins off a check. And Rosemount brings it up the boards. It's a 2-on-2. Back checking by Nickel. And Wybe's going to cover it up. Webstead. Face off to his glove side. Nichols at center. Draw is one, push to the boards, picked up by the real Aben. Up to the boards, Lindell gets it out. Nichols has it, dumps it in deep. Heinz is going to chase behind the boards. Lays a little body contact. Nichols has it. The scrum along the boards, it gets kicked out. And the Irish can't quite control it. Still loose in center ice. Pushed aside. A little bit of body contact here and there. The Irish have it, takes a shot. Nichols actually pushed that one by Webstead. Avon gets it, tries to bank it off the boards. Can't quite get it out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Zeltinger to the wing. McNabb is there. Can't control it and back down low behind the net. Avon gets it over to the wing. It's going to come up to the center. Nichols has it. He's got Nutter. Didn't quite see him or get the pass off to him as Nichols gets it in deep and goes for a change. Down low is Nutter. The break is there to pinch on the boards. Nutter still has it. He tries to center it to Kleva. And Tabrake gets it, bounces it off the boards. Nutter can't control it. Kleva has it, spins it over to McNabb. McNabb centers it back. Unable to get the stick on it was Wyatt. Wyatt's going to pick it up right now. Ooh, he goes for a duck under there. That could have been dangerous, and the Rosemount has a 3-on-1. Nice back checking by Tabrake. Oh, the guy's right in the slot, though. Nice stick by Tabrake. Out to the boards, and it's going to clear, and it's not going to go all the way down. They got to wave that one off. Good floor check by CCHA. Body contact there. There's 11:43 to go. In the slot, shot. Pad save and kick to the corner. Rosemount reverses directions. Played along the board is Rotunda and Blake Van. Blake has it. He's looking, go back to the point. Takes a shot. Nice low shot. Just tipped wide. Kicked across. Rosemount's going to be able to get it out of the zone. It's going to be icing. It's not going to be icing. They said it was tipped. We got Caleb Thorpe. I believe that, yep, that's Thorpe. Played down low. Centered out to the point. Evans there takes a shot. Oh, off the skate. And he's got to hustle to get back. Rotunda's there. Tries to get a stick on it. And Rosemount comes in. 3-on-2. Takes a shot. Stick deflected to the side. Picked up by Rotunda. Over to Olin Van. Little body contact there. Lots of stick slapping. Blake Van's able to get it out of the zone, and Rosemount's going to have to regroup. 10 minutes remaining in the first. Lindell's going to floor check down into the zone. He's giving the guy a hard time. He's got a guy in the slot. Down he goes. No call there. Looked like the stick got caught in Nichols' skate. Over to Lindell. A little out of his reach. Shot by Heinz. Quick shot just wide of the net. Lindell is there. He gets taken down. Shot again. Doesn't make it to the goal. Nichols goes low. Down to Lindell. Tries to get up to Heinz. Gets caught up behind the net. Rosemont's wing is going to bring it out of the zone. Maybe. Nice back check by Nickel. And CCHA is going to come in. He's got time. Dryer looks far side. Shot. That was a shot by Lindell. Good job seeing him on the far side. Quick pass across. Shot. Goalie made a nice save at 9:04 of the first period. Face off to the glove side of the Rosemount goalie. It's hit forward. Clava tried to do it like he did the other day. Get it forward, get control, and try and center it for the tap into Nutter on the other side. See if he does it again here. This time he's going to draw it back. Kept in by Thorpe. Kick to the back to the boards. The breaks there. Shot high above the net. Kept in at the point. Shot high and glove save. Nice little sequence of shots. If the point can get the puck down a little bit, we'll get a little bit more of a tip. Maybe get some bodies in front. .8:40 remaining in the first. Score is still 0-0. Face-off is controlled by Rosemount. They come out of the zone. It's a 2-on-2 with some back checkers. The break takes them out. Enough of a bump to bump them off the puck. It's shot out by Nutter. It's going to be no icing. As the Stormhawks chase, Nutter's going to pick it up on the board. He's going to go back deep. Didn't quite make it deep, but he's still got control of the puck. He's pushed down. Clava's going to walk it right out in front. Unable to get a decent shot as he had people hanging on him. Nutter is there. He rides the guy off. And it's Still controlled by the Stormhawks. Stormhawks going to get it to Holden McNabb. McNabb's going to come down a 1-on-3. Does a good job firing a shot. Rebound was there. It's still kept in the zone by Aben. And finally, Rosemont's able to control it again. And they dump it in deep. Behind the net is Zeltinger. Tries to hit the wing, unsuccessful. Back behind the net. Stormhawks control. They get it to Blake Van. He can't control it. And it's pushed to the far corner. We're going to try this again. Over to Aben at the point. Van's going to go across to Rotunda. He can't get it smoothly, and they're going to regroup again. It's all right. Zeltinger is going to go across in front over to Aben. Aben gets it caught up in his stick. And the Stormhawks are having a hard time breaking out of the zone with a one-man forecheck, maybe a two-man forecheck. Van gets it out to Olin Van. Rosemount comes in, a lot of stick battling. Finally it comes out, Rotunda's got it, and it's a 2-on-2. Takes the shot, blocked by the shin pads of Rosemount. Tries a check. It's like knocking down a tree. Centers, kept in the zone. DeBake gets it, takes a shot, tipped wide. Back to the point it goes. Nice low on the ice. Just misses the net. I think that was more of a pass than a shot. There's another shot. Dreyer's going to be able to keep that in. He goes low again. And they go behind the net, back and forth. Van is there, back to Olin Van, out in front, didn't quite make it. And Rosemont plays it on the boards. DeBake tries to pinch it in. I think it's going to be ice at this point. And at 5:48 of the first period, still 0-0, with the majority of the play, I would say, in the Rosemont end. Shots are 8-2 at this point. A lot of stick battles going on. No real great shots for either team at this point. Nicholas out there, comes through. Hines tries to drag it through, unsuccessful. Goes back to the point to Aben. Played down low. Lindell's good battle. Back to the point it goes. Foot takes it, there's a tip! Oh, and it's okay, so we got that a tip. It bounced straight up and down, didn't go in. And I believe Hines got it on the second or the third slap in. But that puts CCHA up 1-0 at 5:24 of the first period. It was a weird tip because it went straight down and bounced up and just kind of beat the goalie. And that was slapped in by Jackson Hines. Nichols is there. He gets it. He's going to bring it in. Goes wide. Tries to stop move. Loses the puck. And now we're going to get a penalty on interference. Looks like on Jackson Hines, interference. I missed it. If it was in the corner out in front of the net. And the Stormhawks will be down a man for 2 minutes. And who do we have out there? We got Nichols, Zeltinger, Lindell, and maybe Thorpe? Dryer. And that was quick. Rosemount controlled it right off the face-off, got it back, took a shot. And Webb said didn't even see it coming. It looked like his reaction, it was in the net by the time he was moving his head. So 5-second power play. Rosemont's on the board and it's tied 1-1 at 5:09. What do you think about that, Mr. Brandt? Clava, Nutter, and McNabb are out there at forwards, along with Zeltinger and Dryer at point. Face-off is still not controlled by anyone. Finally, Rosemount brings it into their zone. Clava's causing some havoc. It's still in. Nutter picks it up. He goes wide around the net. He's looking for some help. He cycles it back down. Didn't quite make it low enough. And Rosemount chips it out, and that should be an ice. It'll be a face-off to the blocker side of the Rosemount goalie at 4:38 of the first period. 1-1. Shots in favor of the CCHA, 10-3. Clava takes the draw. It looks like he's going to try and go forward. Gets back to the point. Dreyer's there. He dumps it down low. Goes around the net. Going to be picked up by McNabb. Comes right out front, and there's a gift for Nutter. It came off, and I think the Rosemount guy fanned on it. Came right out in front, and Nutter put it upper corner from about 3 to 4 feet outside the goaltender. And that puts the Stormhawks up 2-1 at 4:24. That was a good forecheck by Clava that caused that. I don't think he got his stick on it, but he was able to cause some commotion, which caused that puck to come right out in front. Underskated it. Rosemount comes in, takes a shot. Tipped by the skate. The Brock's there. Oh, the puck is loose out front. McNabb's going to pick it up. He's got some time. Banks it off the boards. Unable to get it out. Thorpe is there. Thorpe goes far side to McNabb. He's going to get up to Clava. It's a 3-on-1 at this point. Clava goes over to Nutter. Nutter's going to put it in. Nice little cross play. All started with the defense going across court. And it was a 3-on-1, nice passing play, unselfish, and that puts the Stormhawks up 3-1 at 4 minutes of the first. Rotunda out there with the Van brothers. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks. Back to Avon. Avon has it. Oh, he loses it. Rosemount picks it up, fires it out front. Avon tries to glove it, and it's hit towards the goaltender, and he's going to cover it up, and there'll be a face-off to the glove side. They turn down the draw, loses the draw. Rosemount gets it, but it's going to be intercepted. But both Vans are going. I'm not sure what. Oh, what a save on Owen Van. He was able, and the goalie just made a tremendous save as the defender was able to take one of them out. And he was able to get the glove. It was a good save and a good shot. Give him credit. Rosemount controls the face-off. They go to the wing. It's behind them. Avon's going to have it behind the net. He loses it. Banks along the boards. Olin Van's there. Rotunda's going to pick it up. It's a 2-on-2. Blake Van has it. He's going to go wide. Slides one. Stick save to the corner. Rotunda loses a tire. Rosemount tries to come out. Intercepted. It's still in, but back to regroup is the CCHA. Rotunda's there as Rosemount tries to break it out. They get it to the near wing. They come through. Dreyer was there. Up to Dreyer. Dreyer tries to hit it through. Puck is loose in the slot. Jumps out. DeBrink has it. He's looking for somewhere to go, but they're off sides, and finally he's able to dump it in deep at 2:30. Heinz is there for some body contact. to breaks there to get it. Nichols has it, takes a shot. Saved by the goaltender. I don't think he knew he got it. Back to Nickel behind the net. Back to the point. To break, can't get it. There's a race. Dreyer's going to be there one-on-one with them. It's kicked out. Nichols has it. He's got Hines up ahead. Nichols going to take it. He tries to get it in front. Puck is loose in the slot. Kick to the side. Shot from odd angle. Still on net. Puck is loose. Jumping around. No one's got it. It's kicked to the corner. Back to the point it goes. Nichols has it. Rosemount's going to get an opportunity. It's a 2-on-1. And Collins all alone takes a shot. Goes high above the net. But they still got a guy in the slot. Little miscommunication there. See, Stormhawks put a body on him. Push down low. Thorpe's going to get it. Thorpe's going to go all the way down the ice, and they're just going to get an icing at this point. 1:06 remaining in the first. Score is 3-1 in favor of the Stormhawks, out shooting Rosemount 16-3. Leva at center. Puck is controlled by the CCHA. It's out of the zone. Rosemont's got to regroup. They can't control it. McNabb is there. Avon has it, goes to the far wing. Nutter's there, but it's going to be offsides. Outside the zone of the Stormhawks. 52 seconds remaining in the first. Face-off controlled by, it gets picked by Rosemount. Comes right in. Shot. And a goal. It's got picked by, Avon had it, but he got picked. Rosemount went right in on Weinstead and was able to go low. I believe it was maybe 5-hole or maybe to the right of the 5-hole, but it just squeaked into the pipes, and that puts Rosemount on the board again with the score 3-2, still in favor of the Stormhawks. Stormhawks are out shooting them 16-4. Center draw, puck is still loose. Finally gained control by Rosemount. Over to their point, up to their wing. He chips it in. Dreyer's there. He pushes it back out into the neutral zone. Rosemount comes in. It's going to be picked up by Olin Van. Olin Van tries to get it out, and they say it came out and back in. So it'll be a face-off outside the Stormhawk zone. Rotunda at center. 22 seconds remaining in the first period. Draw is won by Rotunda over to the point. To Thorpe. Thorpe goes far side to Olin. Van, he gets a stick on it. Back to the point. There's a shot. Nice and low. Looks like pad or a stick save away. Controlled down low. Rosemont's able to gain control, but they're picked. Good physical contact. And that's going to end the first period with the Stormhawks up 3-2. Shots in favor of the Stormhawks 16-4. Stormhawks enter the second period with a 3-2 lead. 2 goals scored by Nutter, and I don't remember who scored the other one offhand. Jackson Heights. So 2 for Nutter, 1 for Heights. I've said faced 4 shots, but he's faced a couple quality shots too. Rosemount comes in, they lose the zone, have to go back and regroup. To the wing, they try and get it, picked up by Jackson Heights. Heights tries to get it through, centers it, doesn't make it through. Lindell is there, Nichols has it. He gets it back to the point, breaks there, takes a shot, wide of the net. Good low shot. Try to go wide again. He's able to get his body in there and stop the odd man rush. Thorpe over to Tabrake. Tabrake tries to get to Lindell. Stick checked out of the way. Pushed up. And there's a race for the puck. Rosemount's going to win. Behind the net they go, chased by Jackson Heights. Shot. Just wide of the net. Lindell is there, keeps it down low. Nichols is there. Puck is loose behind the net. Nichols is able to get a stick on it. Gets it back to the point. The break gets it shot right into the shin pads and back out into the neutral zone. Thorpe has control. He's the only one back. He's looking for some help. He gets it. Back to Thorpe behind the net. Pushed along the boards. Going to try to get it up. It's going to be picked up by McNabb. McNabb's got help in front over to Nutter, just out of his reach. In the slot it goes. Thorpe unable to handle it. And it's into the zone. Zeltinger's there to McNabb. McNabb gets it to Nutter. Nutter's able to get some speed. He goes in. He tries to get it to Kleva, but he is guarded well. McNabb has it down low, centers it off the pad out front. Avon's there, puck is loose out front. Avon gets it again, takes another shot, just wide of the net. And Rosemount goes for the home run, and it's not going to be icing. It's not going to make it. Avon's back there, pushes along the boards, intercepted by Rosemount. Some body hits occurring. McNabb can't push it out on the boards. Nutter gets it. He's got a 1-on-2. They're back checking. Tries to get it to Kleva. Intercepted by Rosemount. Good opportunity there. Rosemount comes back 2-on-2. Back checking slowed down a little bit. Rosemount gets a shot. Nice save and kick to the side by Winstead. Shot again. Oh, he's loose out front. Stick. He makes a save. Puck is still loose. And there's a trip. And they finally got it. Rosemount guy got his stick in between the legs of, not sure who that was, but he went down. And so the Stormhawks will go on the power play here. Great save by Webstead. 2 of them. Puck came right back out in the slot. He was able to get the first save and the second save with the stick. Rotunda at center. Back to the point. Blake Van takes it, blocked by Rosemount. Controlled, back to the point. Down low it goes. Owen Van's got it low. He gets it picked. They're on the power play. Looks a little chaotic at this time. They need some control to set it up. Out to the point. There's a shot. High above the net by Thorpe. Still controlled. Slot. There it is. Tries to keep it in. Kept it by Thorpe. Now they're going to see if they can set it up. They're just a little off at this point. Rosemount gets it and pushes it out. Thorpe's going to pick it up in front of the net. He's going to circle the net, chased by Rosemount, gets into the wing. Is pushed back down deep. Break gets it to Thorpe. Thorpe has it. Over to the defense. Rotunda's out of his reach. They got to get it. Finally gets it. He comes in. It's a 2-on-1. Gets it over to Owen Van. There's a save, but it's going to be icing, but it's going to be on. Nope, it's going to miss the net. And at 9:28 in the second. 37 seconds remain in the power play. 23 shots to 6 at this point in favor of the Stormhawks. See if they can get the power play set up here. Not a whole lot of good movement. A lot of traffic. Nickel on the face-off. Wins the draw, but not hard enough to get it out. It comes back out into the neutral zone. Zeltinger gets it over to Alvin. Alvin back to his partner. He gets it to Nichols. Nichols comes up. He skates through a bunch of them. He loses his footing, but it's kept in the zone. We're seeing if they can set it up. They got about 10 seconds to go. Nichols has it. Gets it to the point. Over to the side, down low. They got to set up this umbrella, but they're slanting towards the side. Gets it. There's a loose puck, and it comes through. First save, and then it's going to be batted in by, is it Lindell on the rebound, and that puts the Stormhawks up 4-2 at 9:46. Nichols on the center, Lindell and Heinz on the side. Face-off is controlled by Rosemount, pushed ahead, but now it's controlled by the Stormhawks. To the D, over to the wing. Heinz gets it, can't control it cleanly. Heinz gets it, tries to get it deep off a skate, bouncing in front, and it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Zeltinger is going to get there. He's going to go over to Lindell. Lindell is going to go back to him. They're going to play a little back and forth. Lindell's going to get up to Nichols. Nice lead pass. Gets it over. Nice pass. Oh, and it's right there. Heinz takes care of it. Rosemount didn't like him. 3 guys there. And they're just going to push it away and call it a scrum at even. I didn't see the puck loose at this time, but we'll see what happens. Face off to the blocker side of the Rosemount goalie. 9:10 remaining in the second. Save on the face-off. He kicks it down low. He goes back to the point. Kept in by Thorpe. Thorpe to the Nutter on the side. Nutter takes a shot. Just odd angle, but still on net. Dreyer goes down from behind. No call there. As Rosemount skates up, Driver pushes him off the puck. They're going to send it back to Clava. Clava's got McNabb as well. Comes in, takes a shot, and Clava beats him. I don't know if that was 5-4 or glove side, couldn't tell. It was a low shot, and it's on the board, and that's 5-2 in favor of the Stormhawks. If it wouldn't have gone in, I believe McNabb would have been there to clean up as he was coming in on the other side. 8:38, 5-2 in favor of the Stormhawks. Referees are 0 for 3, handing off the puck to each other. McNabb gets it. It's kicked into the zone. Avon's there. Around the net he goes. Oh, he fans on it. Picked up by Rosemount. Avon gets it back. To the wing. Wing goes far side to McNabb. McNabb tries to get through. He's still good on side. Another shot by Cleveland. Glove got a piece of it. Rosemount tries to get it out. As they skate out, he's going to come down on a bunch of Stormhawks. Into the corner it goes. Nutter's there, does the splits. Picked up and it's thrown out. McNabb can't get a stick on it. Nutter finally gets it out into the neutral zone. It looks like this line is gassed. They're not moving. They gotta get off if they get when they get the shot chance. And they're calling what? Calling too many men on the ice. Because I believe it was still in play, but they had too many men on the ice. So Stormhawks going to go on the power play at 7:38 of the second. Get a 2-minute opportunity to see if they can put another puck in the net. See if they can set this one up a little bit better. Rotunda at center. Olin Van. They got trying to set it up in the umbrella, but Rosemount gets it finally. Olin Van gets it. He tries to set it out front. See if they can set this up here. Takes a shot. Blake Van had a shot. Glove saved by the goaltender. At least they were in positions of the umbrella with 2 on the side and 1 on top. Rotunda wins the draw. Back to Zeltinger. He's in the center. Over to Dreyer. Dreyer gets it. Over to Blake Van. To the center it goes. There's a shot. Oh, and there's a nice shot by Dreyer. Good pass from Blake Van to Cade Zeltinger over to Dreyer. Dreyer let one fly, and he beats the goaltender for a power play goal. 24 seconds into it, and it'll put the Stormhawks up 6-2 at 7:14. To the point it goes. Dreyer back. Gonna hit Rotunda. He's picked. It's gonna be picked up by the D again. They're gonna regroup. Over to the wing. He gets it up to Rotunda. There's a 2-on-2. Rotunda comes in. He's gonna try to force it to the middle. Good opportunity there. He's ridden off in the corner. Rosemont's gonna try and break it out. Gets it to the wing. Good back check there by Owen Van. Shot. That's going to be a glove save by Wibstead at 6:38 of the second period. Shots in favor of the Stormhawks, 28-7 at this time, leading 6-2 late into the second period. Nichols on the draw, gets it back to Avon. Avon wings it around the board. Heinz is able to chip it out of the zone. Almost intercepted by Lindell. Rosemount gets it, they're looking, they go far side back to the D again. Rosemount has it, tries to get it to the far wing, that's picked. Lindell's gonna get it, he's gonna come in. Takes a shot. Rebounds right there. Oh, it just chips wide of the net. And it's going to be iced by Rosemount at 6 minutes. And there'll be a face-off to the glove side of the Irish goalie. Nichols on the draw with Lindell and Heinz on the side. Aben and Thorpe at the points. Push to the corner. Lindell gets it. Tries to get it back to the defense. Wasn't able to do it. It's going to be offsides. It'll be a center ice face-off, I believe. Slapped in by the Stormhawks. Nichols on the draw. He wins it, but intercepted by Rosemount. He tries to toe drag through. That didn't work. Heinz gets it, chipped up in the air. Space ball. Comes back to Rosemount. It's going to be intercepted by Lindell. Lindell's going to come through. Lots of back checkers there. He's taken out. Heinz gets it, centers it across. Lindell is there again. He still has it. He's looking. Throws it at the goaltender, and it pops up into his mitt, and there'll be a face-off again to his Loveless side at 6:24. If you talk, if you want to be the color man, it'll warm you up. Face off back to Dreyer. Dreyer goes to the other point. Pushed ahead, just wide of the net. Dreyer pinches. Pushing it to the boards again. McNabb's there, back to the point. Tried to be kept in by to break. He loses it, but no harm, no foul. Rosemount takes it back to their zone to regroup. Rosemount goes D to D, banks it off the boards up to the winger. Rosemount drops it, takes a shot. Wimstead kicks it to the side, even though it was off the mark. Nutter gets it. He's going to get it to Kleva. Kleva's in all alone. Got a stick there. Good job by Rosemount. Kleva was able to get somewhat of a backhand. Puck is loose. It's still loose. And now it's covered up by the goaltender. 4:32 to go. Favor of the Stormhawks, 6-2. Kleva takes the draw. It's won by Nutter. Nutter centers it to McNabb. McNabb banks it off the pipe. He had all day put it right where he wanted it to. It just didn't ricochet in. Rosemount comes back, tries to drive by Aben. That's unsuccessful. McNabb gets it back to Aben, over to Nutter. Nutter comes down, cuts to the middle. He's got McNabb. McNabb does a toe drag, unable to get the shot. Puck is loose, slapped it by Kleva, but it's covered up at 4 minutes of the second period. Rotunda's going to take the draw. Zeltzinger and Aben are at the points. Back to Aben at the point. Aben takes a shot. Low shot. Kick save. Picked up by Olin Van. Back out to Aben at the point. Skips a stick, and it's going to go down into the Stormhawk zone. Around the net, it drops. Zeltzinger's going to get it. He's going to reverse directions. Back to Aben. Aben's going to play it up to the wing. Van has it. He's going to carry it through. Ooh, they got away with one there, it looked like. Lost it at the blue line, jumped the stick. Rosemount comes back into the Stormhawk zone. Zeltzinger again gets it, tries to hit Olin. Van, unsuccessful. Hit by Aben. Got a little bit of the body part. Skate up by Rotunda. Rotunda is going to go through the middle. Boy, tough slash stick, but they didn't call it. Pops up. Blake fan has it behind the net. Oh, he tries to do a stop and start. Back to the point it goes. Breaks there. He takes a shot. Nice shot. Good screen in front by Rotunda. And 250. Stormhawks still lead 6-2. Out shooting the Irish 32-7 at this point. Nickel on the draw, lose it. The Irish control. They ring it around. It's going to be kept in by Thorpe. Thorpe played strong at the blue line. Got some help from the wingers and cover. Goes through. Heinz is there. Race for the puck. 4-on-1 in favor of the Stormhawks at this point in the middle. Puck is loose out in front. Jumping around. There's a shot. Got a piece of the goalie and went high. Kept in by Tabrek. Tabrek takes it. Walker save. Kick to the corner. Low shot. Rosemont's able to come out, and it's a 2-on-2. Tries to make the pass. It's there. Guided away by Webster. And the net's off its bearings at 2:02. And they'll get a face-off to the blocker side. Nope, they're going to give it to the glove side at 2:02 inside the Stormhawk zone. Face-off, not controlled by anyone. Rosemount finally gets it, takes a shot wide of the net. McNabb on the boards. Rosemont's able to get it, skates it out front. Can't control the puck, and it's tipped out by McNabb. Rosemont's got to regroup in the neutral zone. They dump it down, and it's going to be icing at 1:37. Back down into the Rosemount end with a face-off coming to the glove side. Face off by Clava. He goes forward with it. Holden McNabb gets it point to point. Unable to get in the right position for a shot. And it's knocked in deep. Rosemont gets it, tries to get it out. McNabb gets a stick on it. Rosemont dumps it deep. McNabb up the boards. It gets held in by the point. And they just throw it in deep again. Back to McNabb. McNabb gets it. He's looking. He goes far side over to Nutter. Nutter's got Clava. Clava's got it. He's going to bury. Oh, great save by the goaltender. Thought for sure that one was going in. Zelsinger back to Aben. Up to Nutter. Nutter's going to tip it. Tried to tip it up to Clava. Unable, successful. It was dumped back behind the Stormhawks goalie. Chipped off the board. Rosemont controls it in the neutral zone. Up to the winger. And pushed down low. Over to Aben. Aben's got the home run if he can get it. Nutter gets it. Takes a shot. Puck is still loose. Nutter's going to bury it. Oh, he put it up high above the net. He wants that one back. Thorpe has it. Takes a shot. Wide of the net. It's pushed along the boards. McNabb throws it low. And that's going to end the period with the Stormhawks leading 6-2. Shots in favor 36-8 as we enter our intermission and go to the locker room, and we'll be back for the third shortly. All right, start of the third period, 15 minutes on the clock. Face-off is controlled by Rosemount. 6-2 in favor of the Stormhawks, outshooting the Irish 36-8 at this point. And there'll be an offsides, and it looks like it will be running time for the remainder of the third period. So they get the entire game in at this point. Face off by Rotunda. Wins the draw, back to the point. Over to Thorpe. Thorpe's going to dump it in deep as the Stormhawks chase. Battle along the boards. Nolan Van is there. He comes out of there with it. He's going to be pinched off. Thorpe gets it, centers it right out front. Unable to get a redirect. Down low it goes. Rosemont's able, pushes it right out. Unable to clear the zone. There's a shot low. Just wide of the net. Could have been tipped wide. Little cycle down low. Mishandled. Rosemont's able to pick it up. Back to the neutral zone. The Stormhawks go as they regroup. Thorpe pushes it up the boards. Blake Van pushes it in. Rosemont's able to try and go far side. Unsuccessful. Blake Van comes in one-on-one. Tries to maneuver him through. Picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe comes in, does some stick handling. Unable to get a shot. He's got to fire that. Rosemount gets it. Goes corner to corner. Up to the wing. And push to the near wing as they come down. Dreyer's there to ride him off to the side. Push the side by a wide step. Pinched up down low by Zeltinger. He's going to kick it with his feet, get it to the wing. Oh, lost by Van. Rosemount gets it, and they're going to push it out. Unable to clear the zone. There's a pad save, kick to the corner. Lundell is there, and we're going to get a penalty of some sort. Trip, as we will go to the box for Rosemount. Tripping, and we'll get a power play at 12:15 of the third period. Face off down in the blocker side of the goalie in the Irish zone. Oh, looks like they're going to switch to the glove side. Clock is still running. Shots 37-8 in favor of the Stormhawks. Played down low. They're going to go up top. They're going to set up the umbrella here. Back to Zeltinger. Got a little quicker passes. Go far side. Move it down low. Oh, and it skips the stick, and the Stormhawks got to regroup. Nichols has it. He's going to skate it up. He breaks straight to the middle, unable to get a shot. Puck is still loose, and it's kicked out into the neutral zone by the Irish. Dreyer has it at the point. He's going to try and hit the center, and they're going to call icing. It'll be a face-off down in the Stormhawk zone, glove side, Weibstead. Play that center. Puck is controlled by the Stormhawks. Drake gets it to McNabb. McNabb's going to get it up to Nutter. Nutter's going down to 1-on-2. Couple back checkers chasing him. He's going to center it out front. Oh, miscommunication. One was letting it go, the other one wasn't. Thorpe carries it in. He's going to go wide, cut to the middle. He's going to circle around. He's down low. Back to the point. Off the skates. There's a race. Rosemount's going to try to get it, and they're going to call to break for a hook, I believe, at this point. Not a bad penalty, but if you're going to hook them, make sure you get them for sure. Tried to play it along the boards, skipped his skate and his stick, and then it was a race, which the Rosemount player had the step on him, and then he was playing catch-up. In the box we go at 9:30 of the third. Olin Van wins the draw down deep. To Avon banks it off the boards to Blake Van. Blake's going to chip it out to Olin, and he's got Avon in front. If he can get anything, he rings it around the boards. They're just going to go back out to the neutral zone and regroup. Pass off to Zeltinger. He's going to go around, back to the point. He's going to wing it down the ice. It's going to be icing. He could have gone back to the point again, but there'll be a face-off in the Stormhawk zone as the penalty continues to run as well. Face-off kicked to the point. Olin Van just about got that out of the zone. Dumped down low, banked off the boards again. And it's going to be another icing. And this favors the Stormhawks because it takes a good 10 to 15 seconds to regroup and get that face-off. So we'll see what time the puck drops, as the penalty time is at 40. Rotunda pushes it to the side, controlled by the Irish. They go to the wing, and he loses it as it pops out of the zone, and they got to regroup. And it's kicked down the ice. And they waved off icing. It's going to be picked up by Dreyer. Dreyer's just going to dump it deep. And as the Rosemount gains control, that's going to wrap up their power play opportunity. Good forecheck by Nickel. Rotunda rides them off the board. Hines gets it to the point. Point's going to play back-to-back. Back to the point again. Nice little passing sequence there by the Stormhawks. They're going to call too many men on the ice for the Stormhawks. Stormhawks played the puck next to the bench as the guy was coming off and on. And we're going to get called for too many men on the ice. I think the officials are ready for this game to be over. Face off in the Stormhawk zone. Lundell takes it. Draws, pushed to the side. Everyone's tied up. Rosemount has it below the net. Trying to center it out front off the pipe, I believe. Sounded like it. Couldn't see with all the traffic. Lundell's going to get it. He gets it to Heights. Heights takes a shot on net. Lundell gets the rebound. Thrown into the boards down low, and Rosemount's coming back, but they have no hustle in them. Rosemont's able to drop it to the center ice, trying to get a shot. Webstead gets it and covers it up. And the Irish had the odd man advantage, but there was no one coming up. They were all standing back. 5:45 remaining in the third period. 39-10 in favor of the Stormhawks in shots. 1 minute remaining on the penalty kill for the Stormhawks. And it's kicked out, and there's going to be a race. Rosemount blows a tire. He's got it right in front. Oh, Nutter was going for it. He had to slow down. Couldn't quite get it. Pushed to the side of the net. And we got a delayed penalty on the Stormhawks at this time. Nutter rides him out. And Abbott going to touch it, and I believe it's Nichols is going to the box for cross check. 5 minutes remaining in the third. The disciplinary game has fallen apart here a little bit in the third as we're in the box here twice. First penalty is going to be done here in about 10 seconds. And it'll be a 5-on-4 for the Irish. Nutter's going to be able to get it out. He's pushed down from behind, no call. And now it's 5-on-4 in favor of the Irish here. Stormhawks are still on the penalty kill. Irish try to go right up the middle. That's unsuccessful. Clava's able to get it out into the neutral zone. He's going to pick it up. He's going to go wide. He beats the defense. Tries to chip it up. Still with them, and he keeps it down low. Rosemount tries to carry it up. Tries to go to the middle, and it's going to be offsides on Rosemount's Johnson at this point. It's a good stick by the Stormhawks to give a little bit of combatants so the Rosemount couldn't come in, the Irish couldn't come in cleanly. Outside the zone, 3:30 remaining in the third. Draw won by the Stormhawks. They go D to D. Thorpe has it. Back to break. Back to Thorpe. And Rosemont's on the power play, but they don't know what to do because they got nothing happening, and all we're doing is killing time. Finally, we chip it out into the neutral zone. Rosemont's able to get it, but it's banked out back into the neutral zone. McNabb gets a stick on it. Another 20 seconds to go, and the power play advantage for Rosemount. Rosemont's able to pick it up. Oh, he beats the break. Tries to get it to the wing. Unable to get a shot. Dump to the corner. And Rosemount hits it back to their point. Shot, gloved by Tabrake. Tabrake's going to get it out, and he's going to ice it down, and that's going to finish the power play opportunity as the clock continues to run at 2:30 of the third remaining. Score is still 6-2. Shots in favor of the Stormhawks, 40-10. Rotunda at center. It's 5-on-5. Kick back to the point. There's a shot blocked by, not sure who that is, and they're going to get an interference call. Rosemont's going to get an interference call. And the Stormhawks will go, or they're giving them a slash, interference or slash. And the Stormhawks are going to finish this game on the power play. By the time they drop the puck, it's going to be about a minute 40. Face off in the Irish zone. Don't know why it's on the outside of the zone. If it's a penalty. It's always been inside the zone. Face off is kicked to the corner. Rosemont's going to pick it up. Stolen away by Olin Van. Puck comes back to the point. Zellinger gets it over to the Dreyer. Dreyer takes a shot off the shin pad of the Rosemount. Rosemont's going to wing it down the ice, and it's going to be an icing. With face-off's going to be about with 50 seconds left remaining in the third. Rotunda at center. Takes the face-off, wins the draw. Back to the point. There's a shot. It's going to be iced down the ice again. They're going to wave it off. It's not quite going to make it anyhow. Zelzinger's there, chased by the Irish. He reverses directions. Over to the wing. Wing goes to the far side. He's going to hit Dreyer. Dreyer's going to take it down into the zone. He looks to the center. Too hard a pass for Olin Van to get, and the Irish are just going to bank it out. And they're going to let this play. Leibstead takes it, shoots it out, push back into the zone, and Zeltinger is going to get it. He's just going to stand behind the net, I believe. Well, he tries to bake it. Rosemount had an opportunity, and finally it comes out. And that's going to be the game. The final score is 6-2 in favor of the Stormhawks. Shots 40-10 in favor of the Stormhawks over the Irish. Again, final score 6-2 in favor of the Stormhawks.